Hello everybody, welcome to my first video on the subject of the Python programming. Here we are learning about the module 1, which deals with the way of program, expressions and statements, interpretation and functions. The way of program. What is the meaning of it? The Python programming language. What is Python? It is a very high level language interpreted used for general purpose programming language. It is code readability, means it works on codes, and the files with respect to it are p.y mentioned. What are the features of it? It is very easy to learn and use, portable and platform independent, object oriented and dynamically typed, rich standard library also. Now, what is a program? It is a sequence of instructions that specify how to perform a computation. What is meant by computation? Computation means the components which are required to perform a program, which includes input, output, mathematical calculations, logical decision, repetition of the loops, etc. Now, what is the debugging? It is a simple process of finding and fixing the errors that we find in a programming codes or a language. There are different types of errors. The first one is a syntax error. What is meant by it? Mistake that is in a grammar or a structure. For example, print bracket with a colon hello. The closing bracket is missing, so it is a syntax error. Runtime error. Error that occurs during the execution. In this error only observes after the program is run. So here is an example where 10 by 0, which is not divisible by 0, which occurs only after running the program. Semantic error. It is also called as a logical error. Programs run but gives a wrong output. Like for example, using plus sign instead of a star. Now next is the experimental debugging. What is it? The process of testing parts of code step by step and print statements or use a debugger to trace the variable values. Helps to identify which part of code behaves unexpectedly. Next is the variable. A variable in a Python is named as a location in memory used to store a data. It is as same as a variable in the mathematics. For example, x is equal to 10, where we are defining the x as 10. The word we are defining is known as a variable. Here in the next example, we can see that the name is equal to Alice. The word being defined is the name. So name is a variable that's storing the data. Rules for naming a variable. Rule number 1. Must begin with a letter or an underscore. Means the first character cannot be 0 or must not be 0. For example, name, underscore and age is a correct one. One name is a wrong one. Can contain letters, digits and underscore. No special characters allowed, like and symbol or ash, they are not allowed. Case sensitive. Age and age are different. For us, we know the age and age are same. For that computer, we are defining it's a different value. Cannot use the Python keywords. Some words are defined in the Python language, so we can't again define them. Like some are if, for, class. So they cannot be defined by us. Should be meaningful. It should be a meaning statement like x1. It doesn't define anything. Example of variable. Integer variable a is equal to 100, where 100 is an integer. Float. Float is used for the decimal values, like pi is equal to 3.14, where 3.14 is a decimal number, so we are using it as a float. String. What in string only the letter or a words are executed. So here is the welcome to PASITM Shimoga. Boolean variable. What is Boolean? In which only the execution takes place true or a false. Whatever the questions are there, it should be answered in a true or a false statements or a words. Multiple assignments. Like we can x is equal to 10, y is equal to 20. Giving rather than that, we can also give them as a x, comma, y, comma, z as 10, comma, 20, comma, 30. Same as to the multiple variables also. We can give in the same way a equal to b equal to c is equal to 50 rather than giving a is equal to 50, b is equal to 50 and c is equal to 650. Now next topic is the data types. What are data types? Python data types define the nature of data stored in a variables. They are automatically determined at the runtime and categorized as numeric, boolean, string, sequence, set and etc. The main categories are the numeric types. In numeric, we have integer, float and complex. As I already said, int means the integers like 10 minus 5, all integers numbers can be done. Float is for decimal numbers. And complex, like complex numbers, boolean type, logical word, true or false. String, egg words. Sequence type, that is the list, tuple and a range. What is a list? Ordered and changeable collection. Tuple, ordered and cannot be changeable. Range, represent a sequence of numbers. Here is an example question where we have defined some of the values and we are expecting to type the program to what type of variable or what type it is, like data types, what data type is it. For A, print type A, comma type B, comma type C. For that, the output is like this. Class int A is equal to 10, which is an integer, so it has given as an int, and 3.14 for B, where the decimal is represented as a float. and 2 plus 3j, which is a complex number, so it is given as a complex. Next, true. True or a false, both words comes under Boolean algebra, Boolean type. And next is the D. For E is a Python. The word is given by the strings. Next is F, class of list. It is a type of list where it all are ordered and cannot be changeable. As it is in square brackets, it can't be changeable. And G is 4, 5, 6, which is a tuple used in a normal common bracket, so which we can be changing the order or the collections. H is a set of it, so others are the same. Next, the operators. What are operators? The operators are the symbols that perform operation on values or a variable. Python supports several types of operators, like the arithmetic, comparison, logical, assignment, bitwise, membership, and identity. Arithmetic: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Comparison: equal, not equal to, greater or lesser symbols. Logical of AND gate, NOR gate, NOT gate. And the assignment is also, I will explain it in next one. Arithmetic operators. We all know the arithmetic operators are addition, subtraction, multiplication. We have defined two variables, a is equal to 10, b is equal to 3. Print a plus b, which is equal to, and we get the output as 10 plus 3, 13. And the same way, for this explanation, the last one is that print a star star b. What does the star star represent? Star star double times, it represents that the a to the power of b. So a is 10, 10 to the power of 3, that is the 1000. Next, comparison operators. Now here we can comparison operators. Same example, variables, a is equal to 10, b is equal to 3. Print a equals to b, which is a false statement. It has given a false. And same likewise other operators. Logical operators. We already know the logical operators. Assignment operators, where c is equal to 5. Print c is equal to c. The output we get is the 5. If we give an variable as c plus equal to 3. C plus equal to 3 means we have to add plus 3 for C, where we can see the output as 8, and C minus equals 2 means we have to minus 2 from the C. These are the types of codes. Bitwise and membership operators are not in your syllabus. So next is operator precedence. What is this? What are the operators used in this? Means brackets. What do brackets are called in Python? Parentheses. For star star, exponent, or in power. For greater than equals, they are shift operators. For comparison, assignment operators. The first question is result equals minus 2 star star 3 star star 2. The explanation for this is we have to go according to the BODMAS explanation. 3 star star 2 means we have already said that 3 part 2, which is 9. Next is again 2 star star 9, where 2 to the power of 9, which is equal to 5 1 2. We have to apply the unary minus, that is minus 5 1 2. Next is x plus y star z star star 2 bar y minus z, where star star represents to the power, single star represents for the multiplication, bar represent the division, addition and subtraction. You can all do these questions. I will cover this topic in. Now let's answer some questions based on the topics we have studied today. What is debugging? Debugging is a process of finding the errors in the programming language we have done. Explain the type of errors: syntax, semantic, and what is the other error? Runtime error. And we have to demonstrate all the types of 3 errors and suggest syntax, runtime, and semantic error. Define a variable in a Python. Do you know what is a variable? The word we are going to define. Rules that it should not start from the underscore and all. What is multiple assignment? We know what is multiple assignment. A comma B comma C, which is equal to 10 comma 5 comma 6, any number. What is the benefit of this multiple assignment? Instead of giving A is equal to 10, B is equal to 5, C is equal to 3, we can give it as A comma B comma C and the values 10 comma 5 comma 3. And type checking using type function. What is the use of type function? After we using the type function, we can know whether what variable or what type of function it is. For A is equal to 3.14, type A, the answer or the output will be class float, as it is a decimal number. What are the different data types? Float, string, int, numeric data types, boolean, etc. Or different types of variables such as integer, any integer number, float, any decimal number, string, any word, list, closed, ordered, and unchangeable. Tuple is unchangeable, dictionary, and a set. What are the operators? The functions that we use: addition, subtractions, various types of uses. Operators are arithmetic, comparison, logical, all we know. the fifth question also you can. The assignment for this class is you have to answer this first 5 questions. Thank you for the class. Enjoy. I'll provide the notes after every subject completed module. Like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.